So, you want to learn about government conspiracies. Okay. Here's the biggest one. Here's the hot topic, right? That's the saying, correct? Hot topic? Anyways, here it is. Okay. You know this whole swine flu thing? Swine flu. What is that? What is swine flu? Oh, you thought you, the viewer, man, I fucked up my nail. You thought it was this long chain of evolution in flu virus turned into this swine flu through viral evolution. Psst. Yeah, if viral evolution means that it was developed in a laboratory, you see, here's the thing. Here's what happened. The government, what it did is it decided that it wanted to get this thing past, this whole bill. And what this bill was for was this thing called healthcare. Okay? Health care. Now, what happened? Well, you see, they're like, we need something to happen so that the American public will be in support of healthcare. So what they did, right? They're like, okay, brainstorm. So what they did, got their minds going, bumping. And out comes this plan. Now, in the plan, you see, in the plan, there's this whole thing, right? They go, what would be a good idea to start this health care? What would the American public be like? Oh, we need health care. And they're like, got it. Here's people. Nobody likes the flu. People hate the flu, right? They hate it. So they're like, okay, go to some pharmaceutical, any company with a laboratory, really, university, maybe, who knows, anywhere with a laboratory that can work in biological research, right? Work with viruses, viral activity, do that sort of stuff, right? So here's what they do. They're like, let's just test the water here. So they contact the place. They contact a laboratory. And they go, hey there, hey guys, I was wondering, us at the government were wondering if you guys could maybe just, real quick, just develop us a virus. And the other people are like, what's that? We're scientists. What did you say? And they're like, yes, we know you're scientists. I was wondering if you could make us a virus. This is a virus. So then the lab people are like, we could probably make a virus. What kind of virus do you want? They're like, preferably a flu, but maybe a hepatitis. And they're like, people in the laboratory were like, I don't know if hepatitis is a virus. It might be a virus. And they're like, I don't know. Could be bacterial. And they're like, no, it's definitely a virus. And then they're like, well, that's besides the point. Could you develop us this virus? What the government said. And the lab people were like, yeah, sure, we'll get you a virus. When do you want it? The government was like, quicker would be better, of course, but no rush. We just want a good, solid virus. So they're like, well, you didn't tell us what type. And they're like, oh, preferably flu. They're like, okay, we're on it. Flu virus. Jam. Okay. They get working. Meantime, Obama's doing his thing, rallying people about healthcare. Kind of talking about it, not doing much about it. Kind of talking about it. Not really being like taking so much action, but he's just kind of being like, you know what? Healthcare is, it's somewhere. We want something called healthcare for everybody. Okay. Anyways, a few months later, lab calls up. They're like, hey, we got you a virus. It's flu virus. We're actually pretty stoked about it. We developed it. We used we used a very, very high tech, very complicated, sciencey way. You know how scientists are. Sciencey way of getting this virus. We made it. This flu virus. The government's like, sweet. Here you go. The government's all like, sweet. We'll take your virus off your hands for you. You don't want a virus in your lab. And the laboratory people are like, well, wait. It's a pretty big accomplishment. I mean, it's not every day a laboratory develops a virus. So, what, you just want to take it? Like it's no one's business? And they're like, yeah. It ain't no one's business. That's what the government said. And then they're like, well, it actually kind of is our business. And the government's just like, hey, maybe you didn't hear me correct. It ain't nobody's business. That's what government said. Now, I'd understand if the government, was the mafia. Then they'd say, it ain't nobody's business. I think you heard me incorrect. But it's the government. It's pretty much everybody's business. So anyways, government, they go to meet in the laboratory, check out the virus in a little flask, going, oh yeah, look, it's there. There's a virus right there. Oh. Can you hear it? Can you hear the little virus? The little guy in there? Oh, you can't hear it because it's a fucking virus. Anyways, government is doing that stuff. And then they're like, here, slip each of the scientists. There's only 3 of them. Slip each of them $20,000. Now, here's what they do. They give them that money. They're like, you didn't develop a virus, right? Slip of $20,000. And the scientists are like, no, but we did. And they're like, you did. And the scientists are like, oh, yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, man. Like, you're the government and all, like, what can I do, right? So then the government's like, yeah, what can you do except for jack shit? So the guys are like, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. So then, government comes with their virus. They're like, here. Now everybody's freaking out about this virus. They're like, we need a way. We need something. Everybody's like, man, maybe we really do need healthcare. Because, like, look at this fucking. Next time it's going to be not just a flu virus. Maybe it'll be a new fucking cancer getting out here. How are we going to fucking stop that shit, right? So then they're like, yeah, maybe we do need a healthcare service, free government paying for it and all. And who do they pin it on? Oh, I'm not even gonna go there. Peace out.